A place in the quarter-finals up for grabs for the second weekend in a row. Hearts and St Johnstone would meet at Tynecastle. 1-0 it finished to Hearts last weekend in the Premiership. How would events transpire in the Cup? Commentary comes from Paul Mitchell.
These sides are no strangers to lifting the Scottish Cup in recent years, but since doing so, Hearts in 2012 and St Johnstone in 2014, neither has made it to at least the quarter-final stage of the competition. That will change for the winning side in this tie. Goals haven't flowed in this fixture in recent times. David Milinkovic's winner last Saturday, just the fourth goal in 5 contests. No Stephen Naismith for Hearts today. He's injured. 4 changes to last week's side that faced St Johnstone. Randall, Milinkovic and Amankwa onto the bench. Michael Smith, Aaron Hughes, Ross Callaghan and Anthony MacDonald all start for Craig Levain's men. For St Johnstone, Tommy Wright makes a trio of amendments to the side that started at Motherwell. Chris Miller returns after 3 games out. David Witherspoon after suspension, and Matthew Willock is in. Stefan Skugel is injured. Blaine Alston and Stephen McLean drop onto the bench. The last 9 meetings between these sides have either been drawn or decided by 1 goal margin. All indications will suggest a tight contest. Can St Johnstone find a way to inflict Hearts' first loss at the newly remodelled Tynecastle? That was a good contest. Kane and Suter will guard it again. Shot this away. Suter, Kane tries to hold him off. Matty Willock breaks. Aaron Hughes thumps it into the stand. Short, Davidson, robbed by June, on to Lafferty. Lafferty trying to get it under control, and he finishes beautifully. 7 minutes played at Tynecastle, and Kyle Lafferty fires Hearts ahead. St Johnstone, the architects of their own downfall, conceding possession. Davidson was robbed by June, got it on to Lafferty, and a lot of work to do, but he nets his first Scottish Cup goal for Hearts. Beautifully slid it past Stephen Anderson, and there was no chance for the goalkeeper. It's a fixture that's short on goals that finds one early. That's short. Davidson reads it. Murray Davidson taken down. That's going to be a yellow card as well. Well, a little doubt about it. Yellow carded. I'm not sure why he's surprised. He lost the ball, chased after the man, bumped into him. Free kick, yellow card. Having been sent off last week, they'd love to equalise here. Witherspoon. Looked it right across. John McLaughlin had it well covered. 4 of the last 5 meetings have ended on a 1-0 scoreline. Scottish Cup meeting of these sides since 2012, since Hearts won and went on to win the tournament. It was long, one defender to another. Hughes to Mitchell. Here comes Kerr. Witherspoon. Witherspoon looking for Davidson. He'll have to try and stretch to hook it in. Kane gets in front of his man, did really well, and Berra with the deflection, and it will be the corner. Good work from Murray Davidson. Kane held this up well, and it did come off Bennett. And Chris Miller is going to see his number held up. Well, he's been out for 3 games, and he doesn't complete 26 minutes here. He looks far from happy. He will shake the hands of his teammate and of his manager. And Chris Miller, his 10th season at St Johnstone, furious. Johnson on to Willock. Ball slides through. Smith has to go there. Well, Chris Miller in his testimonial year is not happy. You like to see the passion. He shook hands with the manager, respected the decision Doesn't mean you have to like it. It's another long throw. They got read it that time. Breaks the edge of the box. Tanzer's beaten his man. He's got it on the angle. No takers. Chris Kane inches away. Scott Tanzer on his Scottish Cup debut. Gathered this well. Just tried to get it across, looking for a touch from someone. Here's Callahan. Smith on the overlap. McDonald in front of him. Callahan pulls the trigger. McDonald, brilliant first touch. Swiped there with a second. It showed he's dangerous, still seeking his first Hearts goal. Here's Anthony McDonald, 16-year-old from Kirkcaldy. Great little flip up. Just couldn't execute. Just another one of these Hearts youngsters who just simply does not look phased at playing in this arena. St Johnstone's last 3 Scottish Cup exits have all come without scoring. And down here at Tynecastle. Here's Forster. On to Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon inside onto Kane. Better from St Johnstone. Much better. Oh, Wotherspoon, that's a great delivery in. Kane knew exactly where the central defenders were. Tried to drag it into the far corner. McLaughlin down well. Mitchell. Just brilliantly to get away from Foster. Then the nutmeg of Wotherspoon. On to June. Lafferty. Over onto Mitchell. Hearts aim at 8. Finish the half with a flourish. Dimitri Mitchell inside. McDonald pushed away. Good defending in the end by Shaughnessy. Mitchell set it up. Lafferty then just got it back to the on loan Man United player. Shaughnessy marshalled McDonald well. McDonald. Smith. June towards Lafferty. Falls for Callahan. Knew precisely what he wanted to do. And Ross Callahan, 3 goals and 16 appearances for Hearts. Read this all the way, wanted it to come down, hooked it. Didn't test Alan Manas. Berra wins the header. Wotherspoon brings it down. June made the challenge. The way through for Tanzer. McDonald works the 1-2 and Jim will gather. Jim looks inside. Callahan is there. Mitchell's on the far side. That's where it was aimed. Perfect pass. The finish! First senior goal for Dimitri Mitchell. First Hearts goal is an absolute stunner. Hearts broke from outside their own box all the way up the field. The pass to Mitchell was perfect, and boy, what a finish that was. There's the work from Hearts. June went in with McDonald. Adale back onto June. Callahan made a good run, but it was Mitchell's shout on the far side. June looked up and spotted him. Gathered, settled, dispatched. 21-year-old Dimitri Mitchell will watch that back a few times. Alan Manas flew through the air, but had no chance. Lafferty actually meant that, but McDonald will gather and send it on to Kyle Lafferty. Callahan pulls out to the left-hand side. Lafferty taking on Shaughnessy. Smith into the middle goes Lafferty! That's the cup tie! It's a second in the afternoon for Kyle Lafferty. Hearts are 3 ahead in 58 minutes. Well, Kyle Lafferty showed poise and patience. Sent it out wide onto Michael Smith. Shaughnessy didn't match the run. And he opened up the left foot, Kyle Lafferty, to guide it past Alan Manas. It's Hearts 3, St Johnstone 0. So Kyle Lafferty scored earlier in the season against St Johnstone to secure 3 league points for Hearts. Looks like his double has guided them through to the last 8 of the Scottish Cup. Here's Kane. Back on to Wotherspoon. Davidson goes down, the challenge from behind by Witherspoon. He's been yellow carded. Hume is down. Lafferty's indicating he's hurt, and Kevin Clancy will stop the game. Well, you're on a yellow card. You make the challenge. Davidson goes in, tries to win the ball. When you're on a yellow card, that's not the type of challenge you want to make. Witherspoon, that's fly, and away it goes. Well, that was needless. Denny Johnston, and the referee wanders over. He might have a word with his assistant. Not sure what he wanted to do with Mitchell there. Denny Johnston on that far side. Mitchell went for it. Wanted him to hurry up, wrestled for the ball, pushes him to the ground. Well, unnecessary by Mitchell. But Johnson didn't need to step in quite like that. Donald. And off his man well. Confidence in his footwork. On to Hume. Hume through on to Lafferty. No push in the back, says the referee. Jason Kerr, who was in attendance. Ball delivered, not much in that. Gladden, on to Callahan. McDonald, beautifully done. Callahan, on to Conor Randall. Conor Randall sends it to the back post. Foster's twisted himself badly. Smith gathers, sends it back in. Lafferty tried to get the touch. Conor Randall brings it down. Off the line, it came from Tanzer. And it's clear. Didn't look like a natural goal scorer, Conor Randall. Hart forward again. Great work from Smith. Well, Hearts two fullbacks getting in on the action. Conor Randall tried to supply. Foster fell awkwardly. He's still hurt. Smith had come forward, clipped it in. Away it went from Shaughnessy. Conor Randall got it on target. Tanzer, but a pinball with Anderson. Full-time whistle goes at Tynecastle. And Kyle Lafferty, the first Hearts player to score a double in the Scottish Cup for the Tynecastle side since Rudy Scatchell in the final of 2012, sees Hearts reach the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup for the first time since 2012. Dimitri Mitchell, perhaps the goal of the game, a stunning strike, running off a fine move. But it's been Hearts' afternoon. Craig Levein embraces the hero of the afternoon. St Johnstone came to play, they tried something different, they changed things after 24 minutes, but nothing worked for Tommy Wright's side. It's Hearts who go through to the quarter-final. They finished at Tynecastle. Hearts 3, St Johnstone 0.
Last week we were a bit lucky, we had to rely on John and maybe some not so great finishing, but today I don't think I had much to do, and we were a lot more convincing and limited them to few opportunities, and we didn't give as many free kicks away as we did last week, which we're not the biggest team, so yeah, it was overall from back to front, it was a good performance.
Our heads didn't go down at 1-0. I mean, we came back, into the game. I say Scots get a great chance inside the 6-yard box. I mean, again, Hearts have played well, but Almamas has really got nothing to do, and we're not under periods of pressure. But at certain times in games, we're making calamitous mistakes, and they're leading the goals. And it's been the same story the whole season.
And after the match, I spoke to the Hearts manager, Craig Levein. Well, Craig, many congratulations on the victory today. The great run of Hearts form continues. Just one defeat in the last 15 matches. What pleased you most about the performance today?
Well, the result pleased me most. I thought we played much better than we did against St Johnstone last Saturday. I felt last week that we could only play better because we won the match and we didn't play well at all. So I was hoping that this week would be better, and it proved to be the case.
some stunning moments in this match as well, Craig, that we enjoyed this afternoon. Who for you was the star of the show, Dimitri Mitchell or Kyle Lafferty?
Well, we didn't lose a goal again, so I've got to compliment our defence and goalkeeper. That was a platform that we built this victory on. We were bombarded by St Johnstone early in the match, and we managed to hold out. And as the game wore on, I think we grew into it. We got more confident, and we started to pass the ball better. I was delighted for Dimitri. He's been close to scoring in the last 3 or 4 matches, and I was just so thrilled to see the delight on his face when the ball went into the top corner. So he was great. Kyle scored 2 goals. I left him on the field to see if he could get a third. He was feeling a little bit tired, so ended up taking him off. But I mean, his performance was fantastic as well. And Arnaud Djoum's back to near his best. I thought it was his best game for a while for us. And also have to mention young Anthony McDonald, who I thought was excellent throughout the game.
Craig, it is a fantastic run that you're on at the moment. I think it's 10 clean sheets in the last 12 matches as well. 2012, last time Hearts won the Scottish Cup. Could this be your year again?
Well, we're in the quarter-finals, so there's only 8 teams can win it, and we're one of them. So the chances of winning are much better than if we'd gone out.
And who's your hope for in the draw tomorrow?
I'm hoping for a home tie. That's the first thing, and after that, then we'll just see what happens.
Well, Craig, many congratulations. Thanks very much for joining us on Sports Scene.
Okay, thanks, Jonathan.
It's been a triumphant return to Tynecastle for Hearts, you'd have to say, under Craig Levein. And the stats illustrate that fact. Played 11, won 6, drawn 5, lost 0. 7 clean sheets in the last 8 home games as well, Stephen. It is a phenomenal run of form, isn't it?
It's incredible. 11 clean sheets in the last 14 games. That is an unbelievable record. And I know there's been some criticism about the style of his play, but Craig Levein has done a remarkable job. He really has. He's made Hearts really solid defensively. And there's signs definitely from today's match that the football's improving. Speaking
of the criticism of the style of play, Michael, I mean, you have been critical of the style of play under Craig Levein, but it has been...
Under who?
Under Craig Levein. Very good. Yeah. But it has been a phenomenal run of form. You have to concede that.
I'm not denying that, Jonathan. I don't think I ever have. That the form they're on is fantastic. Built from the back. You heard Craig Levein in his interview saying there that's the platform for the victory today. It's the platform for the run of form that they're on. And the performance was a lot better today as well. You see from the highlights there's a lot more chances than last week against St Johnstone. But St Johnstone will be disappointed because a lot of these goals today have come from their mistakes.
That comes from a throw-in into the middle of the park. Now, just put it up the line. Don't take risks. You can understand why Tolly Wright's raging.
And again here, you see the 2 centre-backs, 2 of the 3 centre-backs, Shaughnessy and Stephen Anderson up there. You've got to make sure then you can't be countered on. With Scott Tanser here, that tackle is far too weak. Far too weak. And it allows Hearts to counter on them. And then from that moment on, it's wonderful play. Arnaud Djoum picking out Dimitri Mitchell with a great crossfield ball.
The ground he made up.
And then one touch, and then this. What a finish.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's got all sorts on it. I mean, he makes his way. He was in the box for the long throw as a defender. He makes his way fully up the pitch, and that is a sensational finish. And he's shown moments of real quality and technique in the time that he's been there. It's been a problem position for Hearts, the left-back area, but he seems to be the answer.
It is a fantastic goal. It's the style of play under Hearts, under Craig Levein. Is that improving, would you say?
That's what I was saying. There's
signs of it there, isn't it?
That game there today was a definite improvement. But there's no doubt that Hearts under Craig Levein are going to build from the back. Even when they don't play particularly well, they're going to be able to grind out results because you don't concede goals. As long as you're not conceding goals, then you've got a chance.
Well, he emphasised that in the interview, didn't he, in terms of the defence, the platform to build on, of course. Kyle Lafferty, very much to the fore this afternoon. What did you make of this goal?
I think it was another very good goal. But you look at the back 3 of St Johnstone there, getting themselves dragged into the positions you don't want. Again, dragged towards the ball. Stephen Anderson here, he was the one that was picking up Kyle Lafferty to begin with. Then they're crossing over, they're being dragged about.
Disjointed,
it's good play. Watch this wee 1-2 here.
It's brilliant from Lafferty.
Great run from Kyle Lafferty and a wonderful ball from Smith in behind. That is a fantastic goal for Hearts. But again, St Johnstone defensively being dragged all over the place, and they'll be disappointed with that.
Real contenders as Scottish Cup winners, Hearts, would you say? Potentially?
I don't think there's any doubt because when you're not conceding goals, and they're now beginning to add more goals at the top end of the park. I don't think anybody going into the next round will be wanting to go to Tynecastle to play Hearts.
Should St Johnstone have made more of their chances?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the team here that's got the lowest goals for in the league, and it's not been good enough. You know, Chris Kane here, just lay it into the path of the oncoming players to tap home. He inexplicably turns back towards the byline. I don't know why he did that, but I mean, this is a decent opportunity. They win the second ball and it's flashed right across the face of goal. It just needs a toe to go in. But it's not been good enough for St Johnstone. 1 win in 8 games, and that was against Albion Rovers, and they've failed to score in 5 of those 8 games. They really need to find a way to goal, and they've been struggling to do that.
It's lacking a cutting edge, really.
Well, they are.
You know,
that's great defending.
They're getting into some not bad areas, but you know, you wouldn't say watching that game today, apart from perhaps the opportunity that gets flashed across the face of the goal, there wasn't any real moments where you're thinking